A police chase turns deadly in Maryland after this teenager, 16-year-old Jason Hendricks, refused to stop for a state trooper over the weekend. Hendricks, who opened fire on officers after being cornered at an intersection, was shot and killed. But when Maryland detectives traced the teen's car back to his Kentucky home, officials there informed them of a gruesome scene. CNN's Jason Carroll is covering this story. He has more for us this morning.
Yeah, it's really an incredible story, and those in his hometown of Corbin, Kentucky, those who knew him well, Jason Hendricks, are angry and they're also confused. I spoke to his pastor this morning, and he told me that on Wednesday, the same day that he allegedly shot his parents and his sister, he actually showed up for Bible study. And they talked about a number of things. He said nothing seemed out of the ordinary. You're seeing him there. That picture is a picture of him in his junior ROTC uniform. He said that particular day he was perfectly normal and talked about one thing in particular, talked about a movie called God's Not Dead. It opened last year. This is a movie about the existence of God, but it's also a movie about doing the right thing. And he says that particular day on Wednesday evening, he says that Jason talked about doing the right things in school, doing the right things at home. As for a motive for this, that's what's interesting about this particular case as well. Those who were there at the Bible study say that Jason had talked about what had happened with his parents Monday night. He had gotten to an argument, and as a result of that argument, his parents took away his computer, and use of his cell phone, and apparently he was very angry about that. Now, police in 2 states obviously now trying to put together a timeline of what happened, trying to put together a motive, but obviously his people who knew Jason back there in Corbin, Kentucky are angry, and they are confused about what happened here.
Unbelievable. How old was his sister? I'm just curious.
Don't have his sister's age here yet, but I can tell you that that she was a young girl, that she was a local cheerleader, and that, again, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. And also, we're told that he found his father's guns on Monday. And nothing seemed out of the ordinary when it came to that because, again, he was a member of junior ROTC. Guns, very common there in Kentucky, in Corbin, Kentucky, where a lot of people hunt. So that's why you can imagine people here, again, they're angry, they're confused over this, why something like this would happen. A motive over a computer seems silly, but again, these are some of the things that police are looking at in terms of trying to put this timeline together, trying to find a motive for what happened here.